My predictions for this game. I think the All Blacks will win this game. Just simply because superior team. The one thing about these two teams is that they've played a lot together, so they know each other quite well. But I just feel like the All Blacks just have just a bit more firepower. They're on the trend up. They don't have very visible weaknesses, or if they do, Argentina is not the team to exploit them. Whereas for Argentina, there's one thing that I saw, like when they were playing Wales, the Welsh was just cutting them through the middle. Like 2 tries came through the center, literally. Like their ruck defense, discipline has also been a bit of an issue with them. They have a very good mole, so I am expecting a lot of like them to cause a lot of pressure for the All Blacks through their forwards, good big ball carriers, a lot of physicality. Matera would have been an amazing player to have in this game, just having had him play against and play for the Crusaders in New Zealand for 1 year, so he kind of knows how that Crusaders setup works. But I'm sure he's still around the squad. He can give advice here and there, but having him in the squad is something different. Then the midfield of Chocobares and Sinti have to. I think the last game Chocobares limped out or had a kind of a small niggle, so that's something to watch out for. Then one of the biggest weaknesses I see, not because he's a weak player, I just feel like he's young and is still trying to get his feet wet and trying to. Because at this point, they know this is Nicolas Sanchez's last World Cup, so they need to blood in the next 10, and that is Santiago Carrera. So it's going to be a bit. I'm yet to see him really control a game. Like the Welsh game, yes, they won the game, but they went 10-0 down. At points, the game just gets lost, right? He doesn't have the control of Owen Farrell or Johnny Sexton yet, right? This is something that can still come, but I just believe that Richie Mo'unga is a much superior 10. The combo of Smith and Mo'unga versus Bertrand and Carreras in terms of controlling the game is a clear, significant advantage to the All Blacks. So, then in the back row, obviously Mark Telea is back. Expect him to just try and get on the score sheet. That battle of Bofeli versus Jordan also is going to be quite interesting and fun to watch. Actually, no, Jordan will be going against Carreras, and then Telea will be going up against Bofeli. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Bofeli covers Telea. Bofeli is a much bigger back, so it's a good matchup for. He's probably the best person to mark someone like Telea, whereas Will Jordan just goes everywhere looking for work. So the back row, this is where the back row really comes into play. Like the back row needs to be quite physical, quite mobile, and disciplined. I think for both teams, right? Because in as much as we say the likes of Lavanini are yellow card magnets, the All Blacks playing Ireland actually got 2 yellow cards as well. So discipline needs to be key for both teams. In the forwards, I really expect a strong mole, a strong scrum from the Argentinians. There's no clear dominant winner from both of them, but I think when it comes to the mole, I may just give the slight advantage to Argentina. And then obviously coaching. Coaching is also a big deal. I'm still not over what the Argentinian coach Michael Cheika did with Australia, like in the last World Cup. Like I still haven't healed. Like it was such a naive. The tactics was so naive, and at that big moment, to me, he proved that he's done well so far with Argentina. Kudos to him. He got the job, and he's actually kind of made his name, like made himself like more. Like how do I say this? Like he has reinvented himself, recreated himself. I'm just hoping he doesn't pull off another move like what he did with the Wallabies in 2019. So, it was a bit selfish. And anyway, that's a story for another day. But I also just think, Hansen just has slightly better tactical nous and more versatility in their players, in their personnel to go with something different. For example, the last game, we are so used to just seeing the sub-9 just come on, but considering how the game was going and considering Aaron Smith had just gotten a yellow card, he didn't force his hand and bring Finlay Christie in by force, right? And Aaron Smith ended up finishing the game. him starting Brody and Scott Barrett over over Sam Whitelock as well. Like just small tweaks that he's doing that I'm seeing like it's a big coaching advantage. Some of those things in terms of personnel now, Michael Chika can't really do because he doesn't have that personnel, but it's the youthful exuberance in this team that he needs to make them mature faster than they actually are, which I think majority of the time he's done a good job because this team, after their first game of the World Cup when they lost to England with playing against 14 men, you thought that they would crumble, or especially having the tag of favorites in the group, but so far they've actually done well, so yeah, kudos to him, but I just feel like the All Blacks have a slight advantage in the coaching department. So, prediction, I'm going with an All Blacks 14-point win. I don't think it'll be close. I think also we'll see Damien McKenzie come in early, and he has been a thorn in this side. Like, whenever he does his unders, like the unders move like 9 to 10, and then he comes and wraps around. Like, he is like, 9 to 10, and then 10 gives it to 15 instead of giving it to 12 or 13. Like those intricate moves has been a thorn in Argentina's side. And seeing as how they were just being like, Wales were just going through them over and over again, that is where they would target. And in as much as we think like Telea and Jordan will really get on the score sheet, I feel like the people who will cause real havoc in this game are the likes of Cody Taylor. Straight runners, straight ball carriers. That is why I think Samisone Turkey has been selected over Dane Coles, because this game is not about attacking the wide channels. Obviously, when there's space there, you attack, but they really want to go through the team. They want to go through Argentina, and I think that's the game plan here. So I still expect the likes of Adi Savia to just keep, being a bruiser and an amazing ball carrier. Rico Ioane as well. Basically, people who can cause line breaks will have a good game, I feel. And those are the guys I feel you need to have on your fantasy team. So Rico Ioane, Cody Taylor, Richie Mwanga as well, because whenever they do wraparounds and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm going with an All Blacks win. I'm going with a 14-point All Blacks win over Los Pumas.